All right, let's jump right in because something huge is happening in science right now. And I mean a really fundamental shift. This isn't just about AI getting a little bit better at crunching numbers. No, we're talking about a total rewrite of the rules for how we discover things in the first place. So, what if an AI could actually have a scientific breakthrough? I mean, really think about that. Not just, helping a person who has the big idea, but being a genuine creative partner. It sounds like sci-fi, right? Well, it's not. A new paper shows this is happening right now. And this is the big change. For the longest time, AI was basically a superpowered calculator, right? A tool. You fed it a problem, it crunched the numbers and gave you an answer. That was then. Now, well, now it's becoming a teammate, a real collaborator that can think, that can reason, and, get this, can come up with brand new ideas that we might never have thought of on our own. Yeah, and this isn't just some abstract concept. We're talking about documented, real-world examples. The researchers who wrote this paper teamed up with an AI and actually cracked some seriously tough, long-standing problems in everything from cryptography to advanced geometry. This quote from the authors just nails it. They said they view the AI as a tireless, knowledgeable, and creative, bright junior collaborator. I love that. It's not a tool you command. It's like having this brilliant junior partner on your team who has read literally everything, never needs to sleep, and can connect the dots in a split second. Okay, so how does this actually work in practice? Let's look at the first big role the AI can play, the creative muse. This is where things get really cool. The AI isn't just solving problems, it's helping us see them in a whole new light, often by mashing up ideas from fields you'd never think to connect. And this is a perfect example of that kind of cross-pollination. In one case, the AI took a really thorny problem about counting things and basically translated it into the language of smooth, continuous surfaces. It's like switching from trying to count individual grains of sand to describing the shape of the entire dune. In another example, it cracked a network problem by digging up some obscure theorem from this wild, high-dimensional geometry. These are the kinds of leaps a human expert, stuck in their own specialized silo, would probably never make. So this is the AI's creative playbook, really. It finds analogies between different worlds of math. It acts like a perfect research assistant, pulling up obscure theorems you've never heard of. And it totally reframes the problem. The big takeaway here is that the AI isn't just giving you the answer. It's suggesting you might have been asking the wrong question all along. Okay, but coming up with wild ideas is one thing. Science is built on rigor, on being right. And this is where the story takes a fascinating turn. The AI isn't just your creative buddy, it can also be your harshest critic. The researchers came up with this brilliant process. Instead of just saying, "Hey, AI, check my work," they made it review itself. So the AI would generate a critique, and then it would try to tear its own critique apart, looking for errors. Then it would refine its logic and do it all over again. It's like they turned the AI's biggest weakness, its ability to make stuff up, into a strength by forcing it to be its own biggest skeptic. Absolutely genius. So they aimed this new AI critic at a big new cryptography paper, a paper that was supposed to be a major breakthrough. And the AI found something that every single human expert had missed. It found a fatal flaw. And the flaw was so subtle. The security system in the paper required two things to be perfectly consistent, 100% identical. But what the paper actually built was something that was only statistically consistent. Think of it this way. The proof needed two shadows to be exactly the same, always. But the method only made shadows that matched with a high probability. That tiny gap between perfect and pretty much perfect was enough to shatter the whole security proof. And a human might skim right over that. The AI didn't. Okay, so we've got an AI that's both a creative muse and a sharp-eyed critic. How on earth do you work with something like that? It's not like you just type in a question and get a Nobel Prize back. No, it's about building a whole new way of doing research. This feedback loop here really shows you how it's done. It's a conversation. The human researcher sets the stage. They bring the big idea, the strategy, the intuition. Then the AI goes to work, exploring millions of possibilities. But, and this is key, it comes back with ideas. And the human guides it, refines the prompts, and they go back and forth. It's a true partnership, an iterative dance between human and machine. And what's cool is a kind of playbook is starting to emerge. You guide the AI with a back and forth dialogue. You chop up huge problems into smaller, manageable chunks. You constantly challenge the AI, asking, "Are you sure about that?" And one of the wildest techniques is letting the AI write and run its own computer code to check its own math. So it's not just thinking, it's building its own tools to verify that thinking. That's a game changer. So you put all this together, a creative muse, a rigorous critic, a new way of collaborating, and it's pretty clear the pace of science is about to hit the accelerator. But that leads to a really interesting and maybe unexpected new question. Think about it. If AI can help us discover things way, way faster, what's the new bottleneck? What's going to slow us down? Is it money? Is it the number of computers we have? Or is it something else? Well, the answer the paper gives is kind of a twist. The new bottleneck might be us, specifically our ability to check all this new science. The whole peer review system is already struggling, right? Now imagine a fire hose of new AI-powered discoveries. How do we keep up? It's kind of ironic. The same AI that's great at finding flaws might create so much new science that we can't properly review it all. And that's where we'll leave it. We are right at the dawn of this new age of science. It's a partnership where humans bring the vision and AI brings this incredible, tireless engine for discovery. The potential is just mind-boggling. So the question really isn't if a human AI team can solve the world's great mysteries anymore. The real question is, which one are we going to solve next?